one big party on Pleasure Island all the time. Celebrating, having fun. This was life. Everybody wanted to move to Pleasure Island, and why wouldn't you want to live on Pleasure Island? Everybody seemed like it was a big party all the time. That's right. Pleasure Island, folks. Oops, there it goes. The wind caught it. And you know what? It seemed like on Pleasure Island, no matter how much stuff they had, they wanted more stuff. No matter how much fun they had, they wanted more fun. No matter how much they were entertained, they wanted more entertainment. They invented sports. They invented all kinds of other things to occupy their time since they were so bored. So bored. On Pleasure Island, there are some things that were normal on Pleasure Island. I know you're having fun on Pleasure Island. Self-indulgence became the norm. As much as I could get for myself was the norm. No self-restraint was what was practiced. It's all about me. Having fun is a right. I have a right to have fun. I was born on Pleasure Island. Immediate gratification. I want fun and I want it now. And finally, people earned extra money and they only spent it on themselves. As a result, okay, everybody grab a ball. I want you to listen to what happened on Pleasure Island. As a result of all this fun, as a result of all this self-indulgence, listen to what happened. These people ate so much stuff. They didn't just eat to survive, they ate for fun, and they ate so much stuff. They got overweight, and as a result, they invented new sicknesses, diabetes type 2, all kinds of heart problems, cholesterol problems. They had so much self-indulgence, they brought harm to themselves. Oh yeah, and these people, they could wear anything they want because they had extra money to buy all the fashions, but no matter how much they put on really great looking cool clothes, they still felt like a loser. They didn't feel beautiful, they didn't feel cool, so they had to have more stuff and more stuff. Oh yeah, on Pleasure Island, their self-esteem went way down. And no matter how much cool stuff they bought, their self-esteem went further and further down. Yeah, they kept dreaming of new things to do with their time, whether it's sports or activities, but they were still bored. And so then they tried drugs to get happy and alcohol, and they were drinking. But it just seemed like life was one big party, but nobody was really happy. They had to keep inventing new things. In fact, suicide rates among young people went sky high. The third leading killer of all young people on Pleasure Island was suicide. How can they be killing themselves if they're having so much fun? Something's really tragic. Something's really wrong on Pleasure Island. Homicide among young people became the third leading cause, the second leading cause of deaths. That's right. 1/3 of all teenagers on Pleasure Island were in an abusive relationship. And so while on the outside it looked like one big party, what was really happening is people's quality of life on Pleasure Island was getting worse and worse and worse. But you know what? They just acted like it wasn't really happening, and they just kept acting like there's a party. Forget that we're hurting. Forget that we're killing ourselves. Forget that we're depressed. Forget that we're cutting ourselves. Let's just pretend everything's a big party. And that's exactly what they did on Pleasure Island. They pretended and pretended and pretended. Okay, so I want you to turn your attention to the screens for just a second. And I want you to think about something for just a few moments. This place called Pleasure Island. And I want you to think, just try to imagine for just a couple seconds, if in the last 30 days of your life, in the last 30 days, what have you spent money on that is not necessities, things that were just, whether that's Snickers, whether that's clothes you didn't really need or shoes you really didn't need. Just think for a second. The auxiliary money, not the survival money, the auxiliary money that you spent. Just you. You're a 13, 14, 15-year-old. And, or, number two, the last 30 days, what did you spend time doing that wasn't survival? It wasn't about survival. It was, I went to a movie, I went to a ball game, I went to this thing, I went to that thing. I hung out on MySpace. Heard about that, didn't we? And how much time, I want you to estimate,